Okay, so let's talk about loneliness. That feeling, of disconnection, even when you're maybe not actually alone.
Right. It's something pretty much everyone bumps into, but it gets tangled up in a lot of confusing ideas.
Exactly. And that's what we want to do today, kind of cut through some of that. We're looking at this piece, 5 myths about loneliness that keep you stuck.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is just to, well, get a clearer, maybe more helpful view on what loneliness actually is. Because it's not some kind of personal failure, right?
Definitely not. And it's interesting how these myths, these common beliefs, can actually make things feel worse if you're already feeling lonely.
Okay, so let's jump in. Myth number 1. Loneliness means there's something wrong with you. That hits hard for a lot of people, I think.
It really does. But what if we reframe that? The source suggests thinking about it more like hunger or tiredness.
How so?
Well, hunger tells you to eat, right? Tiredness tells you, okay, maybe slow down, rest. Loneliness could just be a signal too.
A signal for what?
Maybe for connection. Or maybe it's a sign you need some quiet time to reflect. Or just to pause. It's basically biological, not some character flaw.
Society often pushes this idea that being alone is somehow bad.
Exactly. And that just feeds into that feeling of, oh, there must be something wrong with me.
That's a really different way to look at it.
Mhm.
Okay, what about the second myth? If you're around people, you shouldn't feel lonely.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one. Because we've all been there, haven't we? In a room full of people, but feeling completely, utterly alone.
Totally.
Yeah,
So it's not just about having bodies around you.
precisely. It's about the quality of the connection. Feeling seen, feeling understood. That's what the article emphasizes. You need that meaningful interaction.
Right. Quantity doesn't equal quality here.
Not at all. You could be at a huge party and feel totally disconnected if those deeper bonds just aren't there. Makes you wonder why we mix those two things up so often.
It really does. Okay, myth number 3. Loneliness is a problem that needs to be solved immediately, like it's an emergency.
Yeah, that panic button feeling. But what if that feeling is actually trying to, tell you something useful?
Like what?
Well, the source suggests it could be an invitation. Maybe to check in with yourself, reconnect with your own thoughts.
Hmm.
Or maybe it's time to slow down a bit. Or even look at your relationship, see what's really working.
So less of an emergency siren, more of a gentle nudge.
Kind of. It could be the start of something positive, healing even. So maybe pause instead of panic.
I like that. Reframing it as an invitation. Okay, here's another common one. Only certain types of people feel lonely. We all have those pictures in our heads, don't we?
We do, but this really challenges that. Loneliness is, well, it's pretty universal.
It doesn't care how old you are, or if you're single or married.
Nope. Or introverted, extroverted, seemingly happy. None of that. The source really drives home that it hits all kinds of people.
Even people who look like they have it all figured out.
Especially them sometimes, perhaps. It's a good reminder, not to judge someone's inner world by what you see on the outside.
Definitely true. Appearances can be so misleading. Okay, final myth. Being alone means you'll always be lonely. That fear of solitude. It's real for many.
It is. But there's a difference, isn't there, between being alone and feeling lonely?
Explain that a bit.
Well, choosing solitude, choosing to spend time just with yourself, that can actually be really positive, restorative even.
It's like finding peace in your own company.
Exactly. Learning to actually enjoy your own company is a valuable skill. It flips the script, makes alone time something potentially good, not just something to dread.
Okay, so let's kind of wrap this up. If we pull all these threads together,
Mm-hmm.
the main thing seems to be that loneliness is, well, it's normal.
Yeah.
It's human. And these myths we've talked about, they often just get in the way.
Right. Understanding that can really shift how you approach those feelings. It doesn't mean you're weird or broken or stuck.
Yeah, you're definitely not alone in feeling lonely, ironically enough.
Exactly. It's a shared experience.
So maybe a final thought for you listening. When you feel that pang of loneliness, what signal might it actually be sending you? Could it be more than just emptiness? And what if embracing a bit of solitude wasn't a weakness, but actually a way to build strength and self-awareness? Something to think about.